A thinker, a scholar, an economist, and a gentleman politician. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh is no more. He took his last breath at the age of 92 at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi, where he was admitted yesterday. An economist by training, Dr. Manmohan Singh held key positions in the academia and government before taking on the transformative role of India's finance minister back in 1991. The period that marked a watershed moment in India's history as the country faced severe balance of payments crisis. Dr. Singh, under the leadership of the then Prime Minister late P.V. Narasimha Rao, unveiled a series of bold economic reforms and decisions that dismantled the license Raj, opened up the economy to foreign investments and liberalized trade policies. Take a look back on his journey.
The day was 24th of July 1991. It was a day that changed the course of India's growth story. One that made every Indian dream big. And a large part of the credit goes to this man, a Congress veteran, Dr. Manmohan Singh. And on this day, the then Finance Minister presented his first ever budget, one that would be remembered for decades to come. The government by then was already going through testing times. Facing increasing oil prices and a fall in remittances from Indian workers owing to the Gulf War, the Indian state was on the verge of a sovereign default. At $6 billion, India had just enough forex reserves to support 2 weeks of imports. Harsh decisions had to be taken. The government, under the leadership of P.V. Narasimha Rao, then decided to devalue the Indian rupee and pledge gold holdings as immediate measure to shore up forex reserves. But it was a new industrial policy unveiled on the eve of the budget under the patronage of Manmohan Singh that proved to be the game changer. The policy relaxed provisions in Monopolies and Restrictive Trade Practices Act to facilitate easier entry and restructuring of businesses. The policy ended the public sector monopoly in many sectors. It also announced a policy for automatic approval of FDI up to 51%, as against the existing cap of 40% for foreign equity investments. These dramatic changes ended public sector monopoly in several sectors, except in those that were deemed critical to national security. These changes not only led to a steep upturn in the foreign goods entering Indian markets, but also a dramatic rise in foreign investment in the years to come. But the reforms didn't end there. Manmohan Singh took it further with multiple drastic changes to stall what seemed to be a crisis spiraling out of control for the country in 1991. Faced with a fiscal deficit, the budget increased corporate tax rates to 45%. The government also opened mutual funds to the private sector and relaxed investment norms for non-residents. These measures were followed by the introduction of a second trade policy package to boost exports and a package for developing small firms. Seeking immediate economic relief, he also applied for an emergency loan of $220 million to the IMF, which later proved to be critical in preventing a debt default for the nation. As the finance minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh took drastic measures which not only rescued the nation but also propelled India into rapid economic growth. As the nation mourns the loss of one of India's greatest minds, the country will forever remain indebted to the astute economist who changed the course of India's growth story.
While the top leadership of the Congress party, including Congress party president Mallikarjun Kharge, LOP Lok Sabha Rahul Gandhi and Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal rushed to Delhi from Belgavi, where the party was holding its extended CWC session. All party events, however, that has been scheduled in Belgavi now stand cancelled as Congress leaders who were in Delhi, including Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, rushed to AIIMS Delhi last evening as the news broke. Let's get in a word from our reporters who are joining us live right now, Isha and Sabyasachi. Isha and Sabyasachi both joining us in the national capital right outside as far as the residence of the late former Prime Minister is concerned. What we are learning on part of the Congress party, Sabyasachi, because what is being said as the top leaders also had a word with the former Prime Minister's wife and their family to offer their condolences. And it is learned that this morning top leaders, including the President, Vice President and the Prime Minister, would also be paying their last respects.
Well, that's right. See, after the news came in of Dr. Manmohan Singh is no more, the Congress leadership had a telephonic conversation with the family members of Dr. Manmohan Singh, and immediately Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, K.C. Venugopal, they were in Belgaum, and they immediately moved to the national capital. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who was in Delhi, she reached AIIMS to meet with the family members of Dr. Manmohan Singh. And after reaching the national capital, Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, all of them reached the residence of Dr. Manmohan Singh to pay their homage and offer condolences to the family members of Dr. Manmohan Singh. In fact, the Congress party, who were holding an extended CWC meeting and Nav Satyagraha in Belgaum, they had cancelled all the programs. In fact, the Congress High Command has decided that for the upcoming 7 days, they are going to cancel all their scheduled programs. And sometime from now, the Congress leadership also will start to come in at the residence of Dr. Manmohan Singh. In fact, the central government also have decided that the country will be mourning for the next 7 days. The central government also decided that the last rite of Dr. Manmohan Singh will be performed with complete state honor, and a cabinet meeting also has been called in by the central government in this regard. Now, if we talk about Mr. Rahul Gandhi said that he has lost a mentor in the face of Dr. Manmohan Singh, and several of the Congress leadership who were present in Belgaum, all of them have said that the contribution of Dr. Manmohan Singh to the Indian politics is something
so when
which
it comes to
cannot
all of
be
the programs for
ignored.
today that have now been cancelled, a national mourning of 7 days that have been declared, and Dr. Manmohan Singh's last rites that will be conducted with full state honours. Tetri, over to you for the live updates.
Well, yes, absolutely. The leaders have started arriving. It's 8:09, and in fact, the leaders have started arriving at the residence of late former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. And in fact, as of now, Sandeep Dixit is here, Congress leader Devendra Yadav is here. We'll speak to him. Yadav ji, आप कैसे याद करेंगे डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह को? आज पूरे देश में वैसे 7 दिन का जो मॉर्निंग है वो भी घोषित किया गया. How will you remember him?
देखिए, डॉक्टर साहब एक ऐसी शख्सियत थे, who was born in a very sober, simple परिवार in पंजाब, और इवेंचुअली वो देश के प्रधानमंत्री भी बने. और ये लंबी जर्नी के दौरान जहां वो देश के फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी रहे, गवर्नर रिजर्व बैंक रहे, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर रहे, और एक ऐसे समय में उनको मौका मिला देश का प्रधानमंत्री बनने का जब विश्व में आर्थिक तंगी थी. तो उस आर्थिक तंगी से निकालने का काम बखूबी जहां डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने किया, वहीं एक मजबूत नींव देश के लिए एक ऐसी रखी जिसकी वजह से आज हम विश्व में अपनी एक अच्छी स्थिति रखते हैं, एक अच्छा आर्थिक स्थान रखते हैं. तो ऐसे शख्सियत निश्चित ही न सिर्फ कांग्रेस के बल्कि पूरे देश के लिए एक एसेट थे.
तो क्या अब
में से हमारे को छोड़ के गए हैं. हम सब उनकी यादों को संजोकर रखते हैं. हम उनको दिखाए हुए रास्ते पर आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश भी करेंगे.
राहुल गांधी जी ने भी उन्हें बतौर मेंटोर के तौर पर याद किया है. आज ही उनका क्या लास्ट राइट्स है वो होना है या फिर कल होगा?
देखिए, बहुत सारे जो देश के और विदेश से भी मैं मानता हूं कि बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे जो डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी के पार्थिव शरीर के दर्शन करना चाहेंगे. वैसे तो लीडरशिप विल टेक अ कॉल ऑन दिस, बट स्टिल आई कैन से कि AICC में आपके पार्थिव शरीर को रखा जाएगा, और निश्चित ही देश और विदेश से लोग आकर जहां उनको लास्ट होमेज देने का काम करेंगे. लेकिन साथ के साथ मैं इस सरकार से भी आग्रह करूंगा कि ऐसी शख्सियत जिसने देश के बहुत सारे न सिर्फ नौजवानों को बल्कि लोगों को रास्ता दिखाने का काम किया है, उनको भी मैं चाहूंगा कि वो उनके लिए कोई मेमोरियल और ऐसा स्थान जरूर चुने जहां पर उनको लास्ट राइट्स किए जा सकें.
All right. So you see now, in fact, they are saying that the mortal remains of late former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh will also be taken to AICC, and in fact there are also other senior leaders who are coming over here to pay tribute to Dr. Manmohan Singh, and in fact Sandeep Dixit is also here. We'll also speak to him as well, and other leaders as well who have started arriving. And in fact also, because remember, the fact is that he was not just the Prime Minister, he was a great political leader. He was not just the former Prime Minister but a great political leader, a great person who in fact got all the economic reforms at such a point of time when India actually needed it. And in fact I would also like to show you the visuals over here, the kind of security deployment that is put at place over here.
Absolutely,
in fact, you can see
as it is not clear still when it comes to his last rites today where it will be taking place, but we are expecting the top leaders who have already started to arrive at the residence of the former Prime Minister. What we are also learning